everybody, the Chang here with another product review. But before we get into that, if you enjoy this type of content, please give us a subscribe, give a thumbs up on the video, and click that bell notification off to the right there so you can be notified of any new content that we might post. So let's talk about this Ludex loader. I'll put a card up here. I've done a review on their other loader, which is kind of, I call it the slap chop loader, but it's specific to Glock, where you kind of push down on the loader. And Glock is not the only firearm I own. Same thing with my students, and I do have folks that need help with loading. So I decided to look at their other loading product that is meant for kind of a universal thing, and pretty cool. And if you're wondering why I got pink, that keeps some of the folks from actually stealing my gear. So the little knob up here, just so you know, I don't know if you guys can see that, but they've got different caliber markings right here, shadow here, right here, 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 and here. And it actually matches up with these little markings here. So as I twist this knob, you'll see that different markings will appear. So you'll see 357, I believe that's 380 all the way down there. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. But there's 9 mil, and we're going to be testing 9 mil. So I'm going to put this right at 9 mil. So the way this works is, grab my ammo. I think these are 135 grain, so that we've got the flat points on them. You put it down in this little hole back here. It slides down the channel, sits there. And this is a Glock compatible Magpul mag. You place the magazine into this V back here, and you push down, and the angle of the loader will cause you to slide that magazine forward, and it loads. So let's see that again. Push, and as it slides forward, it loads. So let's try it from the side here. And that's how it works. So that's a Glock compatible mag. Here's a Smith Wesson M&P 2.0 magazine. Throw that in there, get that lined up, and push down. Oh. So I'm evidently not smarter than the loader. Let's try from this angle. So the Smith & Wesson it doesn't like. All right, so a little bit of an issue there. Let's try the SIG magazine. So this is from a SIG 320. So that one's not an issue. We'll try the 135 grain. All right, that looks pretty good. Another 135 grain. In there. All right, so that seems okay. So let's take a look at what's going on here with the Smith & Wesson. So as I push down, seems to be running into the feed lip. So maybe I'm going to crank that down a little bit. Seems to work. So maybe I don't crank it back as much. There we go. So I think what happens is, if this is pushed too far back, it causes the round to actually hit the top of the lips there. So if I have this ramp sucked in a little bit more, I'll be able to hit the existing cartridge or the magazine follower a little bit further forward, which allows for that feeding. So pretty cool stuff. If you need something like this, I'd highly recommend. I am a fan of their products. In general, I tell folks that they really do need to know how to load by hand, be very familiar with that. But there are times you're in a high round count class, or you're injured, not going to be able to load, or very difficult to load one-handed. This is a perfect solution. So there you go. I will leave a link to the product in the description if you're interested in purchasing one. There you go. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe. Help us out with that algorithm. That's it for today. Stay safe, and we'll see you out on the range.